Hey, it's Rod Thorson. Mornings on Classic Hits 1039 WLPO after the show. It's quite a show, quite an experience this morning. I try to do three things every day. Number one, tell the truth. Okay. It is an honest program. Secondly, to talk about things that matter in your life and in mine too. And then the third one kind of happens by default. It's never boring around here. Okay. And because of the trial coverage in the Clifford Anderson murder and concealment trial and the death of Deb Dewey, Jeremy Aiken has been here to give us a play-by-play out of the trial, out of the courthouse in Hennepin. And there's been so many learning experiences and life lessons that you can learn and take from this case. Instead of being just a voyeur and watching the case happen, and some people feel sorry for them for their problems. Other people are glad they got them. I mean, it's one of those things. I think you can take what is happening in that courthouse and the testimony about the financial part of it, their lives anyway, and learn some pretty serious and pretty valuable lessons. In particular about gambling. Has anybody ever come to you for money? They got to keep the lights on. They got to keep the electric on. They got to keep gas in their car. They got to keep the payments made on the trailer, whatever, If you have any suspicion at all that it's going for heroin, booze, gambling, you got to say no. Regardless of the outcome of this case, I mean, that is enabling behavior and bad enabling behavior. And things only get worse. I mean, here's a guy who stands accused of murder and concealment who had a healthy, and I mean a super healthy pension for living cheap and standard, and was beset by payday loans, loan sharks at 75, 80% interest. And possibly and allegedly borrowing money from family. I mean, it's unbelievable. And there's some life lessons when it comes to just gambling and gaming being the answer to our economic woes, whether it's a state or individual towns. There's a lot of expense involved in all this stuff. And just a couple of life lessons. You can learn them the hard way yourself, like I've had to in many cases, or you can learn a couple of life lessons by watching and experiencing other people's mistakes. And so this is one of those learning moments, a teachable moment.